The Prime Minister made the remarks while addressing the Foreign Investors Chamber of Commerce and Industry FICCI-FDI conference titled Driving Foreign Investment for Jobs and Prosperity in Bangladesh at Bangladesh-China Friendship Conference Center in the city today. He said that his government is committed to creating a rules-based, globally connected and private sector-driven economy. He noted that his government is now modernizing legal and regulatory framework, strengthening investor protection, improving dispute resolution, simplifying tax and VAT administration, and making it easier to repatriate profits. Noting that the government is determined to build a $1 trillion economy by 2034, he said, "Our first budget provides targeted incentives for priority sectors."
We are modernizing our legal and regulatory framework, strengthening investor protection, improving dispute resolution, simplifying tax and VAT administration, and making it easier to repatriate profits. We are also developing a stronger capital market, encouraging startups, reducing unnecessary regulation, cutting red tape, simplifying government procedures, and digitizing public services. At the same time, we are improving ports, logistics, infrastructure, and energy security, while encouraging greater investment in renewable energy. Our government is determined to build a $1 trillion economy by 2034. Our first budget provides targeted incentives for priority sectors, including renewable energy, pharmaceuticals, electronics, digital services, agro-processing, advanced textile, healthcare, and logistics. We are positioning Bangladesh as a manufacturing hub, expanding and diversifying our ready-made garment industry, and investing in the skills, know-how, and technologies needed for human capital development. Bangladesh's future depends not only on attracting investment, but also on building lasting partnership. I invite every business leaders in this room to become part of that future. Together, we can build an economy that is stronger, equitable, and inclusive. I welcome all of you to invest and flourish in Bangladesh. Let us grow together, create jobs, and shape Bangladesh. Let us become partners in building a prosperous and globally connected Bangladesh.
FICCI President Rupali Haq Chaudhry delivered the welcome address, and Chairman of Policy Exchange Bangladesh Dr. Masroor Riaz spoke in the event. A plenary session was held prior to this. Participants in the session included Commerce Minister Khondokar Abdul Muqtadir, Prime Minister's Advisor on Finance and Planning Rashid Al Mahmood Titumir, Advisor to the Prime Minister Rehan Asif Asad, Executive Chairman of BIDA Chaudhry Ashik Mahmood bin Harun, and Special Assistant to the Prime Minister Tanvir Ghani. The plenary session was moderated by Mahdi Amin, Advisor to the Prime Minister and spokesperson for the Prime Minister's office. Before joining that conference, Prime Minister Tareq Rahman visited the Investors Expo organized by the FICCI on the BCFCC premises and exchanged views with representatives of participating companies and organizations. Prime Minister Tareq Rahman and outgoing Chief of Naval Staff Admiral M. Nazmul Hasan today conferred the rank badge of Vice Admiral on newly appointed Chief of Naval Staff Rear Admiral Khondokar Misbaul Azim. The rank badge was formally conferred at a ceremony at the Prime Minister's Armed Forces Division office in the Dhaka cantonment this morning. The Premier congratulated the newly appointed Chief of Naval Staff on the occasion, while Vice Admiral Khondokar Misbaul Azim expressed his gratitude to the Prime Minister on behalf of the Bangladesh Navy. Prime Minister's Defense Advisor Brigadier General Retired Dr. A.K.M. Shamsul Islam, Chief of Air Staff Air Chief Marshal Hassan Mahmud Khan, Quartermaster General of the Army Lieutenant General Mohammad Shahinur Rahman, Principal Staff Officer of the Armed Forces Division Lieutenant General Mir Mushfiqur Rahman, Prime Minister's Military Secretary Major General Abul Hasnat Mohammad Tariq, and Prime Minister's Additional Press Secretary Atikur Rahman Ruman were present at the function. Khondokar Misbah Azim joined the Bangladesh Navy on January 1, 1987 and was commissioned in the executive branch in 1989. He completed his initial naval training with distinction in the Royal Malaysian Navy. Alongside advanced academic and military training at home and abroad, he earned a PhD in maritime governance. Zia Rahman Foundation Vice President Dr. Zubaida Rahman urged doctors and medical students to serve patients with compassion while pursuing academic excellence. She made the call this morning while speaking as a chief guest at the annual cultural competition and awards ceremony for outstanding students at Holy Family Red Crescent Medical College in Dhaka. Dr. Zubaida said, "Culture is a foundation of civilization and medical profession is centered on serving people." Speaking at the event, Social Welfare Minister Dr. A.Z.M. Zahid Hussain said, BNP has always initiated welfare-oriented programs for the country. He said, late President Zia Rahman launched initiatives such as Notun Kuri, while former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia played an important role in promoting women's education. The current government is continuing efforts to advance education, culture, sports and national development, Zahid Hussain added. Chief Whip Nurul Islam Moni said the Holy Family Hospital has long been associated with the Zia family and the government is taking necessary steps to further develop the country's health sector. BNP Chairperson's advisor Muazzem Hossein Alal, Zia Rahman Foundation Executive Director Professor Dr. Farhad Halim Donor, Bangladesh Red Crescent Society Chairman Barrister Abdus Salam, Vice Chairman Professor Dr. Rafiqul Kabir, Treasurer Dr. Mufakarul Islam Rana, and Doctors Association of Bangladesh President Professor Dr. Harun Al-Rashid also addressed the program. Holy Family Red Crescent Medical College Principal Professor Dr. K. M. Mujibul Haq presided over the function. The reconstituted Bangladesh Press Accreditation Committee held its first meeting today at the conference room of the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. The meeting was chaired by Chief Information Officer Said Abdul Ahmed, while Information and Broadcasting Minister Zahiruddin Shapon delivered a keynote address providing policy guidance to the committee. Earlier this month, the committee was reconstituted in accordance with the press accreditation policy and an official order to that effect was issued. The meeting was attended by the member secretary, the senior deputy chief information officer of the Department of Information, and other committee members. It's worth noting that a new press accreditation policy was introduced in 2025. Under the revised policy, the previous system of permanent and temporary accreditation cards has been replaced with a single unified press accreditation card, which will be valid for 3 years. According to the policy, each news organization may apply for accreditation cards for up to 30% of its journalists, subject to a maximum of 15 cards per organization. The policy also provides for district-level journalists to receive their accreditation cards through the respective district authorities. The International Crimes Tribunal has ordered that former Army officer Muzaffar Hussain, who was recently arrested in connection with the assassination case of former President Zia Rahman, be formally shown as arrested in a crimes against humanity case over his alleged involvement in the July mass uprising. The order was issued this afternoon by International Crimes Tribunal 2, headed by Justice Nazrul Islam Chaudhry, after Muzaffar Hussain was produced before the court. The tribunal also granted investigators 2 days to interrogate him. Earlier in the day, Muzaffar Hussain was brought to the tribunal in an army vehicle. On Tuesday, the tribunal had ordered his appearance following an application filed by the prosecution. Speaking on the matter, the chief prosecutor said Muzaffar Hussain is alleged to have maintained close links with another accused in the July case, former army officer Masududdin Chaudhry. He added that investigators believe Muzaffar may possess important information regarding alleged enforced disappearances and extrajudicial killings that took place during the 16 years of Awami League rule. A Human Chain program was held in front of the International Crimes Tribunal, organized by the 11-party alliance, demanding a fair investigation and speedy trial of cases related to the July mass killings. Among others, 11-party alliance coordinator Dr. A.H.M. Hamidur Rahman Azad and Member of Parliament Rokia Begum were present. Family members of July martyr and injured participated in the movement. Following the program, the alliance leaders submitted a memorandum to ICT Chief Prosecutor Mohammad Aminul Islam. Speaking on the occasion, the Chief Prosecutor outlined the overall progress of the tribunal's work and said that the investigation and trial process for all July mass killing cases is expected to be completed within 1 year. He added that the tribunal has already delivered 6 verdicts in cases related to the July killings. The Chief Prosecutor also said that the tribunal is currently investigating the Awam League as an organization over its alleged role in the July mass killings. He further stated that efforts are underway to bring other political parties allegedly involved in the July killings under the judicial process. State Minister for Health Dr. M.A. Mohit expressed hope that Bangladesh will be able to eliminate cataract-related blindness completely within the next 4 to 5 years. He made the optimism while addressing a seminar on eye care at the National Institute of Ophthalmology and Hospital in the capital today. Senior ophthalmologists, experienced eye specialists working at district and grassroots level, and representatives from various development partner organizations attended the seminar. The State Minister said eye care services will be expanded at district hospitals across the country. He added that plans are underway to recruit additional manpower where needed and enhance the skills of doctors to improve eye care services. Dr. Mohit also said advanced eye treatment will be made accessible to people in remote areas, while special attention will be given to protecting the eyesight of students. Heavy rain and upstream flows are raising water levels in several rivers across northern and northeastern region of the country, increasing the risk of flooding in the coming days. According to the Bangladesh Water Development Board, rising river levels could cause short-term flooding in Lalmonirhat, Nilphamari, Rangpur, Gaibandha, Kurigram, Sylhet, Sunamganj, Netrokona and Naugaon. The latest data of the Flood Forecasting and Warning Center said 3 rivers are currently flowing above the danger level. The Kushiara River is flowing 35 centimeters above the danger mark at Fenchuganj in Sylhet and 2 centimeters above at Markuli Point in Sunamganj. The Someshwari River is flowing 5 centimeters above the danger level at Kolmakanda in Netrokona. On the other hand, water levels in the Muhuri, Feni and Halda rivers have fallen. However, the Sanggu and Matamuru rivers in Bandarban, Cox's Bazar and Chattogram may reach the danger level within the next 2 days. Among the country's major rivers, the Brahmaputra remains stable, while water levels in the Jamuna and Ganges Podda are rising. Over the next 2 days, rivers in parts of Kurigram, Gaibandha, Jamalpur, Bogura, Sirajganj and Tangail may reach the danger level. Water levels in the Tista and Dhorla rivers have declined slightly. Bangladesh Meteorological Department forecasts light to moderate rain in most areas of Rajshahi, Dhaka, Khulna, Borishal and Chattogram divisions and in many areas of Rangpur, Mymensingh and Sylhet divisions from Thursday through Sunday. Heavy rainfall is also expected in some places. Moving on to international news. The United States carried out a 12th consecutive night of air strikes on Iran on Thursday as both countries intensified attacks on civilian infrastructure amid their widening conflict. The U.S. Central Command CENTCOM said the latest strikes were aimed at further degrading Iran's ability to threaten civilian mariners and commercial vessels transiting regional waters as Washington seeks to restore the free flow of shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. Earlier in the day, President Donald Trump warned that the U.S. would target one Iranian bridge or power plant every time Iran attacks a ship in the strategic waterway. Iranian Foreign Minister Said Abbas Araghchi said Tehran would follow an eye-for-an-eye approach. Iranian state media reported that U.S. missiles struck areas near the western cities of Avaz, Ramsher, and Andemeshk late Wednesday. It also said 2 people were killed in a U.S. missile strike in the border town of Shalamsheh near Iraq early Thursday. Iran has responded to U.S. operations by targeting energy facilities and desalination plants that supply drinking water in neighboring Gulf states. Meanwhile, Republicans in the United States House of Representatives have narrowly passed a massive $1.15 billion military spending package despite concerns from Democratic lawmakers over the price tag and enhanced military technology collaboration with Israel. The bill passed in the House on Wednesday by a margin of 216 to 212, largely adhering to party lines with the exception of 6 Democrats who voted in favor and 7 Republicans who opposed it. Amid raging student protests in the capital and a showdown in Parliament, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has pledged to set up fast-track courts to punish those involved in examination paper leaks, offering his first public response to youth health protests challenging his government. The Prime Minister noted that this is part of a series of steps taken by the government to bring those involved in paper leaks to justice. Within minutes of the Prime Minister's announcement, leader of opposition Congress Party Rahul Gandhi hit back, accusing the Prime Minister of harming the future of students. Reacting to the Prime Minister's announcement, the Cockroach Janata Party CJP reiterated its demand for the minister's resignation. It may be mentioned that the unrest is organized under a satirical online movement CJP formed in May that has evolved into a national platform demanding structural testing reforms and the resignation of Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. Demonstrations have grown across New Delhi after reported irregularities in National Medical School entrance exams, leading this week to a crackdown by security forces. CJP spokesperson Ashutosh Rango dismissed Narendra Modi's judicial proposal as insufficient to address underlying systematic failures. The opposition has made the resignation a condition for any discussion in Parliament. The Government of India has agreed to debate in the House and has accused the opposition of stalling it by putting the resignation as a condition. The death toll from the latest Ebola epidemic in the Democratic Republic of the Congo DRC, the fastest spreading outbreak of the virus ever recorded, has surged above 1,000. According to the World Health Organization (WHO), 2 people have also died from the virus in neighboring Uganda. The latest Ebola variants outbreak in DRC was declared on 15th May after several deaths were recorded in the northeastern province of Ituri. The DRC's health ministry said that as of Monday, 2,473 cases had been confirmed in the latest outbreak of Ebola. At least 737 patients are currently in isolation or hospitalized, the ministry added. The virus spreading in the DRC is Bundibugyo, which is the rest of the 4 variants of Ebola known to affect humans and currently has no approved vaccines or treatments. That brings us to the end of the news. Thank you for staying with us. Allah Hafiz.